The Summer League Chicago Bulls end up losing their second game in the row in Summer League, 85 to 77 to the Detroit Pistons. But did the players that we want to see step up the most still have good performances? Well, we're going to talk about it all and more on today's Chicago Bulls Central.
Tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red, yeah, I see red, I see red, I see red, I see red.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, and the Chicago Bulls just had their third Summer League game, and they lost this game 85 to 77 to the Detroit Pistons. The Bulls have been doing a lot of losing to the Pistons over the last year or so. A really good first quarter from the Summer League Bulls, winning that 31 to 17. They end up losing every quarter after that, and that's what ends up in them losing this game by 8 points. But it's not about, what did I say? It's not about the result. Sometimes it's about the process, especially in Summer League. And you want to look at the process of these players. And once again, Matas Buzelis, I'm trying to get saying it right. Matas Buzelis performed really well in this game. Not super efficient from the floor, 7 of 18, but he had 4 blocks in this game, 2 steals, 3 rebounds, and 18 points. He did lead all starters for the Chicago Bulls in highest plus minus at plus 15. And once again, we saw the activity from Buzelis being the biggest part of his offensive game. The guy caught 3 bodies tonight on dunks. Got really good chase down blocks on several occasions as well. Kept his head up on the offensive side of the ball. Even got a steal that led to easy offense for the Summer League Bulls as well. Overall, Matas Buzelis keeps showing the well-rounded and polished offensive game that he has, and how the activity on both sides of the ball is going to contribute to the game. Really like this game for Matas Buzelis. I feel like he played a really good game in this one. 1 for 6 from three-point range. We know that the three-pointer is going to be a work in progress for him over the course of his first couple of seasons in the NBA. Not really expecting why is my hat crooked? Not really expecting a great three-point shooting performances from him his rookie year, but overall, Buzelis played a solid enough game. I like this. And it gets to the point of asking the question to me, is it time for the Bulls to maybe shut down Matas Buzelis? Have they seen enough to where they don't need to see anything more, risk anything with the rest of the Summer League? Selfishly, I want to see him complete, but Pat, the designer, asked a great question over on Locked On Bulls if the Bulls should consider sitting Matas Buzelis. I want to hear from you guys as you come in there. Should the Bulls consider shutting down Buzelis for the rest of Summer League? But with that said, love the reps that he's getting in here. I love the way that he's performing. I love all that. Very, very good performances from Matas Buzelis throughout his 3 preseason games, and he just continues to show how he's gonna how well-rounded, and like I said, the activity. That's the part that I really look at from Buzelis. We are a team. If you guys have been watching this channel for a long time, one of my biggest complaints with this Bulls team is the lack of movement off ball. And in this Summer League so far, you've seen maybe two players that the Chicago Bulls could very well use that could move without the ball. Julian Phillips, we'll talk about him in a second, and Matas Buzelis. I really like what he brings as well. Hold on. I'm going to put a poll in here. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm putting a poll in here about so you guys can vote on should the Bulls shut down Buzelis for the rest of Summer League. Please feel free to vote on that, guys. But to get back to it, just like what I see from Buzelis as far as moving off the ball, all those type of things, really like that from him. You get Buzelis, Julian Phillips, Ayo Dosunmu, Josh Giddey out in fast breaks. It's going to be some good creativity that's had in that time, so look out for that. But then Julian Phillips in this game, 5 of 12, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, only 12 points. But Julian Phillips was really, really active this game. Started off a little questionable for Julian Phillips, but he ended up getting an alley-oop dunk in the first quarter. And then it was basically he was locked in after that. So, you want to see from Julian, who kind of finished his season in the NBA. He started to crack that rotation for Billy Donovan. Then the injury happened and his play dropped and he fell back out the rotation before eventually being shut down. But I think that Julian Phillips has showed a lot in the Summer League as well, as far as a role player that he can come in and contribute. Not saying starting, not saying even playing a whole lot of minutes, but I do think that Julian Phillips is also ready to get some to see if he can contribute at the NBA level. 12 points from him, like I said, those 7 rebounds, all key timely, and the 3 steals are also something to look at. Matter of fact, 5 steals combined between him and Modest Buzelis, which is really good as well. I like seeing that from him. So that's it's solid, not great, but solid from Julian Phillips. And then Adama Sanogo has his worst statistical game of summer league, but I'm not really blaming him on this one. 5 for 9 from the field, so fairly efficient, right? 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 10 points. But the guard play in this game was terrible. They did not do a good job at identifying. It was like watching the Chicago Bulls play. They didn't make entry passes well. They didn't identify him when he had mismatches too well in this one. The guards kind of looked like they were kind of being maybe a little selfish with him and Henry Drell in this game, but Adama Sanogo still solid enough. My mindset has not changed at all on me wanting to see Sanogo get a chance at the NBA level, but like I said, probably his worst statistical game so far, in my opinion. But not a lot to me that was of his own fault. The guard play was terrible today. Like I said, the guard play was just really, really bad today. So that's the thing in that one. And then when you look at some other players, Henry Drell, trash. Just get Henry like trash. Henry Drell is trash. It is what it is. Henry Drell has gone from a player that you thought may be able to turn into a solid 3-point shooting role player at the NBA level because of how that 3-point shooting, how quick that release is and things like that. This summer league, Henry Drell looks like a player that this is like his first year being in summer league, and that's never good. It's never good when you're in your 3rd year of this level of competition and you look like it's your first year. Henry Drell, to me, has regressed some. Now, maybe that's because he is playing shooting guard. Drell has typically been better at the small forward position, so maybe I'm not throwing him enough bail in that case. Maybe he just needs to be at the 3. Of course, Buzelis is going to get the majority of the minutes at that 3 spot here in the summer league because he does have an actual contract. But overall, Henry Drell has just left so much to be desired, in my opinion. He's just not been good. I haven't seen anything in this summer league from Henry Drell that I'm like, yeah, this guy deserves to have a 2-way contract. It's just not. As a matter of fact, I'll say this. I came into this summer league period thinking that the last 2-way contract was going to come down to Henry Drell or Marcus Domas. And honestly, Domas didn't even play in this game because he's been so trash over summer league. Now, could he still be a player that just isn't adjusting well right away? Could he end up signing with another team and he looks really good in their G League system? Yeah, there's a chance of that. And maybe the Bulls end up holding on to him to avoid that chance. But all 3 of the 2-way contract level players here, Drell, Funk, and Domas, have not looked good at all in summer league. Not at all. Andrew Funk has played like his last name entails. It's been real stinky in this bitch. It's been real fucking funky in this motherfucker when it comes to Andrew Funk and his game. He doesn't look like he belongs. He doesn't look like he can play point guard. He doesn't look like he can create enough space to get his shot off. He has looked like absolute dog dookie butt cheeks. That's what he's looked like in this one. Get this motherfucker up off a 2-way contract. He got to go, in my opinion. Henry Drell, I already talked about it. He's looked like trash. Domas has looked like crap as well. So, that's what it comes down to. DJ Stewart put up a solid stat sheet, 15 points, 6 assists, 2 steals. But this, like I said, you got to watch this game. The point guard play was trash tonight, and Stewart was a big part of that. I've been really high on the guy, the defense, and the way that he's ran the offense the last couple of games. But this game, Stewart played like cheeks. And I know Corn's going to come in here and probably still try to. He plays like cheeks. It's been trash. And so I'm really disappointed in that, man. I really was hoping that Domas, as a player that was all Big Ten, something like that. I thought he was going to come in here and be able to perform, but he's looked like trash, man. Domas has been absolute garbage. And the Bulls have done pretty good on their undrafted rookie signings the last few years. This one, nah. This looks like real Marco Simonovic as far as he just looks like, and I can't even say that. Marco put up scoring numbers. He just couldn't defend to save his life. Domas looks like trash, bro. Looks like absolute trash. So overall, that's the thing that stood out in this game. Ron Holland and of course, Modest Both talked some shit before the game, friendly, because they were on the same team last year. They put up very similar stat lines. Ron Holland did have 9 rebounds, though, whereas Buzelis did not have that. But, overall, man, it just, yeah, that's just my thought process. Let's see how you guys feel about it, though. Damn, you guys have been talking. You've been rapping in this mug. Watching Modest talk trash is the most fun I've had watching Bulls in a second. Hey, a lot of people are going to, why did I hate when Big Kev uses the restream? Like, he just changes everything. He just be changing shit to be changing shit. Like, where's the red at in this mug? Let's go ahead and capture it from my hat. There we're gonna go. There we go. You gotta get some contrast in that mug, right? I'm old. It makes it hard to read. Jay Kabasa says, love your channel, bro. Thank you, bro. I'm glad that you're enjoying it, brother. Brandon L. Jet says Phillips was more aggressive tonight. Definitely more aggressive tonight. Definitely seemed like he had a little more confidence in himself for sure. Phillips is clamps. Hey, listen, that's what you want to see from him. The defense, the rebounding, the get it out in transition. If he can do that consistently, that's a big part. That's a big thing for him. Drell equals trash. Yeah, Henry Drell is absolute trash. 18 points, 3 bodies, and 4 blocks. I'll take that. Let's go, Modest Buzelis. I'm getting it. Got to retrain my brain. I've been saying Matis so long that Modest is the way that you say it. So, yes, now they are following him this game. Then he's dunking too hard on the hand. I feel you on that one. I missed the start. Why would we shut him down? Because he's shown everything that he needs to show at this summer league level. And honestly, the way that the guard play has been, I'm just worried that it's going to put him in a worse position. But we've seen it before. I think we shut down Julian Phillips last year in summer league. I believe we did. So it's just why keep summer league is to kind of prove some things, get in some rhythm, see how your game adapts to the NBA. But I don't think at this point we're really worried about any of that with Modest Buzelis, in my personal opinion. I'm sorry, but I cannot stand these guards. Stewart and the other players, they could go. But as for our main 3 guys, they are solid. They're going to be a problem. Fair estimation there, Shay. The tip dunk Modest went for on Phillips, missed 3. No 39 for Detroit, had dirty ass play into him, and he's jumping. Glad he didn't get hurt. But what the fuck, refs are looking at right at it. Yeah, see that, and that's the thing. That's the type of thing of why you would shut him down. The smart thing is to sit him out, but at the same time, he's the only reason I'm watching Summer League right now. Hey, I feel you for that, Bulls fan for life. I can't disagree with you there at all. I agree. Guard play was horrible. Yeah, guard play was absolute trash today. Too many guys on this team are looking to get spots on G League teams instead of trying to win games. They don't care if they win. They care about getting a job in 3 months. Yeah, I mean, that's for most of the Summer League, though. That is most of the players in the Summer League. Modest will be a perfect fit with a playmaking type guard like Giddey or Zoe. I'm not expecting Zoe to play a lot. Just an example. Oh, Phil, I definitely feel where you're coming from there. R Dub says, Haize, the fit hitting brother, Benny the Bull. Hey, I like to pull out the Benny every once in a while. I have a Benny the Bull hat, but it's black, so I don't wear it with this one. I need to find a red Benny the Bull hat. But yeah, thank you for that, brother. Drell's getting pushed around by a teen. Let that sink in. That's a fact, bro. That's an absolute fact. Domask let me down. I'm a big Illini fan like Pat. Yeah, I mean, listen, Illini is the team that I watch as well. Like, and I was hopeful for Domask coming in. Like, it sucks. It just sucks, man. Phillips, Sanogo, and Modest were the only good ones to care about. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, so every once in a while you have some players that stand out a little bit, right? DJ Stewart is a D at the end there. It's just another Antonio Blakeney. I can't even say he's that. Antonio Blakeney was an elite scorer at this level, not at the NBA level, at this level. Stewart isn't even that. He's not even that. Goes to show you that not everybody game translates to the NBA. That's a fact as well. Domas didn't have the green light to shine. No, see, that's not my mindset. I think you have to earn the chance to shine, and he did not. He didn't get minutes in this game, but that's because the minutes that he did get in the last 2 games, he looked like shit. So you shouldn't have to be prioritized to look like you belong. Like, not at this level. Did you actually capture the red on the graphic from the end to the red? Yes, I did. I captured. So like you can so the way that it works. So just I can show it real quick. Is you can change on the fly the colors based off what you have on the screen. So like I'm going to change it right now to the gray in my background. See, you can do that, and then I can do it off my hat. So yeah, that's a quick way to do it. That's a quick way to do it if you're trying to change stuff on the fly. Doma seemed really passive too. Yeah, I mean, and that's not going to gain you any other opportunities. I'm not going to lie. Buzelis surprised the hell out of me with these hops. Oh, you didn't know Buzelis? Yeah, he got hops. That wasn't the thing that I was ever worried about. He got the hops for sure. I will say this. I thought that Buzelis was going to need more of time to gather with his hops. He's shown some really quick agility here that I didn't expect. Like that's crazy. What's your thoughts on Tyler Thomas? I don't really have hard thoughts on it. Like I mean, could I see him on the G League team? Yeah, maybe. You know, I've seen enough from Buzelis, and that's kind of my mindset too. Is that I think I've seen enough, right? And I mean that in the positive way. Like I've seen enough. There's nothing more that he can do to prove anything to me at this summer league level, in my opinion. Is my camera looking fuzzy again? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. No, it doesn't look laggy on my side. Up to Billy to develop Buzelis. Well, it's up. We have a whole player development department. I'll put it on them first, right? Because Billy Donovan is his job is to give them minutes, put them in situations with plays. But as far as true development, working on certain aspects of your game, reviewing tape, that's the player development department. So hope Peter Patton and those guys get with him real quick, real quick. Modest 38-inch and Phillips 42-inch verticals. That's crazy. I thought Buzelis had a 40-inch vertical in the combine. I must have put that in my head. I thought he had a 40-inch vertical. Or maybe I read something else. Maybe that's what that is. Sonogo got to play. We can't move Vooch. Shaking my head. Yeah, Vooch is gonna be here. He's gonna be here. Dude, I told you Knight's gonna get that last two. I don't think he is though. I do not think he is at all. I don't think Knight's gonna get that last 2-way contract. Just gonna be honest with you, Reginald. Buzelis needs guards. These players he playing with aren't it. I mean, listen, here's the thing. But you see how effective he's still been without a playmaking point guard out there with him. Now put him out there with Josh Giddey, right? That's you know what? And honestly, all jokes aside, this isn't to like woulda, coulda, shoulda. But I also think that a cutting modest Buzelis, DeMar DeRozan would have found him a lot on cuts, a lot too. But yeah, I think Giddey's going to do a really good job at that. Joseph says, I'm still worried about big men for the Bulls. I mean, we got solid. We're competent with big men. I think that that's going to be where we sit right now until we find our big man of the future for sure. I do wonder if Modest will let his voice be heard in the regular. Listen, he's not Patrick Williams. That's one thing I can say about Modest. He's not Patrick Williams. I don't see him being passive Buzelis. I don't think we're going to have to worry about passive B. That might have been a bit of a pause. I don't think we're going to be calling him passive anything. I think he's going to be respectful, but I think Buzelis is going to make sure his voice is heard, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. The only question is, has any of these guards earned a G League invite? I do think Stewart may get one. It depends on, I need to look at who may be holdovers from our G League team last season, but I think we're going to be at a guard deficit. So I think there may be a chance of that. Our dub in the building says a little off topic, but the Giddey hate doesn't make sense. His pace control is top tier. He's about to open up shots for a lot of our guys. Well, our dub, I talked about this on today's daily episode. A lot of Bulls and basketball fans in general, but a lot of Bulls fans go off narratives rather than their own eye. They don't watch tape, and that's a lot of sports fans. And the narrative around Josh Giddey, because of the way his playoffs ended, which were horrible, was bad. And it takes a level of kind of awareness to go and look at things outside of that, right? And Giddey has a lot of strengths, a lot of strengths there. So Speaking of Giddy, I saw him in the Olympic Games yesterday. He showed a little bit of intensity on the defensive end. He's not a lockdown defender, but he tries, and that's sometimes all you can need. That's all you can need is him trying. So, Bulls for Life says we need Rishashare versus Buzelis. Well, we're going to get that as we're in the same group in the NBA playing tournament. I'm not playing tournament, the in-season tournament. So you're gonna see some of that. So if Patton works with DJ, maybe he gets better from three. He did hit a couple in the games he played. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know if Peter Patton's focus is going to be improving G League players. I think it's going to be more so players that are actually on the roster, but I get what you're coming at with that one. Yeah, definitely Buzelis is going to make sure he's heard for sure, and he's going to be very aggressive, unlike P Dub. Hopefully, he takes that leap this year. I mean, patience, and that's why I said in the video after his first summer league game, let's practice patience. I know we all want it right now, and I understand why, but it may not be that he shows all of it in year one, unless you're talking about Pat takes the leap. You're talking about P Dub takes the leap. Let's hope P Dub takes the leap. I took it as modest, but I didn't. Reading is fundamental. I didn't read that one very well. But all right, guys, I got to get ready to go over the Chicago Sky game. I got to get ready to go do the Chicago Sky Live pregame show. Guys, thank you so much for your support during this offseason. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying the way we've been delivering offseason content. In exchange for that, hit the subscribe button. We'll be delivering the best and most consistent Chicago Bulls content you're going to find on all of YouTube and the podcast side. Guys, I love you guys. Make sure you guys are following the channel at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related.